So with your modified side plank, you can have the knees bent. If it's too easy with the knees bent, you can start with the legs straight, but you want the feet behind you, knees roughly 90 degrees. Elbows straight below the shoulder, not too far away from you, otherwise that shoulder might take a little bit of strain. You want to have the spine in a nice straight line, not rotated, not collapsing down, and not lifting too high either. Pelvis is also nicely stacked, keeping the body tall. You can also reach the top arm to the sky to make sure those shoulders are stacked and open. You can also put the hand on the floor in front of you, but that can cause a little bit of rotation, so be careful. Using a nice large ball for your hamstring roll-ins, place the heels and calves on the top of the ball, arms alongside the body to help you balance. You're going to drive the feet down through the ball to lift the hips up to create a straight line, and then try and roll that ball underneath the bum, keeping the hips up as high as you can as you roll in and roll out. If you do need to lower the hips down in between each roll in, that's also fine, but building up towards maintaining the hips elevated in the sky throughout the exercise. Avoid arching the back too much in order to get the lift, but use the legs. Sitting on a ball, walk the feet forward, so you're sitting on the sort of corner of the ball, arms crossed or hands behind your head. You're going to lie back over onto the ball and then sitting up, pulling the belly button into the spine throughout. You don't want to use too much momentum as you're doing this. Avoid dropping your head back, and if it gets a little bit easy, you can start to take the hands up behind the head where it is a little bit more challenging. Fully interlacing the fingers behind the head as you progress as well. Don't overarch the spine over the ball. It's not necessary. You want to focus on getting that crunching squeeze into the abdominals, pulling the rib cage in towards the hips as you pull the abs in towards the spine to get that crunch. Finding a burpee modification that works for you, you can start with an elevated surface, stepping 1 foot back at a time, then back in, and then standing up tall, and then you can start to add a little bit of a jump if it starts to feel nice and comfortable. You can also jump the feet out and in, and then jump at the top, out, in, and jump, using lower surfaces as you progress, and then making your way onto the floor and progressing there the same way. So folding forward, stepping 1 foot, and in, and then standing, and then you can go 1 foot at a time. When you bring it in, you can add a little jump, and then you can start to jump the feet back as well into your plank position, making sure the core holds strong as you jump back and jump in, and that those shoulders have got you as well. Add a little push-up when it feels too easy. Finishing up with some calf raises, you can use a surface to help you feel more stable, to drive the heels up to the sky, and then hovering them down. So you don't want to be rocking forwards and backwards and using too much momentum with the rest of the body, but rather squeeze and roll it up and then lower it down with control. You don't even have to let those heels touch the ground. Be careful as well that the ankles are not rolling out to the sides without control, but you want to keep them straight as they lift and lower, all with control, squeezing into those calves as high as you can.